Hello YouTube! It's Sarah, and it is day 13 of my weight loss vlog, journey, process, whatever. Day 13. And I am feeling good. Tomorrow is my cheat day, and so I'm looking forward to that, and that's about it. Just regular craziness around here as a stay-at-home mom, running errands and going shopping and having things to clean that never get clean and all that good stuff. So yeah, it's just after lunch. The baby just went down for a nap. That's usually when I record these vlogs, and that's about it. I will tell you guys what I ate yesterday. Now, I made some mistakes yesterday, and I'm going to share those mistakes with you guys, so hopefully you will avoid these mistakes. Number one, I went over on my calories. I went over by 236, so I consumed a total of 1,460 calories yesterday, and I'll tell you how that happened. Because I told you guys that when I track ahead of time, it's much easier for me to know that I'm eating the right amount and that I don't overeat too early in the day and then I'm left with no calories later. And also, it's a lot easier when you're actually making your meal to track ahead of time, because like today I hadn't tracked ahead this lunch that I ate, and so then I was having to try to do the math in my head as I was trying to put it together, where if I had it already mapped out, okay, I was going to have 2 pieces of turkey and 14 ounces of cheese and half a serving of carrots and everything, that I wouldn't have had to think about it in my brain like, oh, is this too many calories? I would have already known, okay, this is exactly what I'm going to eat, so let me just measure that out and get it going. So anyway, although I did have my stuff mapped out yesterday, I made some tweaks because I had different cravings and just was more hungry, so I just ate more than I should have eaten. So that was mistake number 1, was eating too many calories. Mistake number 2 was deviating from the plan. When you track ahead of time, I would encourage you to stick to that in case something crazy arises and you had planned on eating dinner at home and then you had something you had to do and you had to eat out, you know, or what you were going to eat is no longer available in your house or something like that. If you're going to track it ahead of time, try to stick to it. Number 2, if you're going to make if you're going to make substitutions for what you're going to eat, ensure that they're the same amount of calories. So anyway, that was my other mistake. So for yesterday, I had Bran Flakes Great Value with half a serving of the Silk Very Vanilla Soy Milk, which is really high in calories and I won't be buying again. And when I actually bought it, I wasn't trying to lose weight. I was in that I'm going to eat whatever I want stage. I didn't have a morning snack because I got up late. For lunch, I had this delicious soup, which is the Progresso chicken cheese enchilada soup. It's like super yummy, but here's the catch. It's not that high in calories. It's 340 calories for the whole can, which is high for a soup, but for a meal is kind of okay. But it has 24 grams of fat, which that's very, very high in fat. For my afternoon snack, I had the Nabisco Chips Ahoy reduced fat, 1 serving, and then I had salt and vinegar potato chips. There's my other mistake. Not only was I too high in fat grams yesterday, I was too high in sodium, because those salt and vinegar chips are really bad for sodium, and also that soup is like, whoa. The whole can has 1,940 milligrams of sodium in it. So, yeah, I didn't need any more sodium. What else? My other mistake is that I didn't track a dinner, and that would have been okay if I would have stayed within the parameter that I left myself, which was probably about 300 calories. But instead I kind of decided to have an extra kind of almost half dinner on top of my dinner, because I was going to have just leftover spaghetti with red sauce. But then I was like, oh, I want some of those little mini tomato feta pizzas that I make, and those are 225 calories for 2 of the little ones, which aren't bad if you eat them by themselves, but if you add 225 calories onto your already, almost 300 calorie dinner, then you're going to end up with 535 calories for dinner, which is what I did. And then in the evening, I had a Skinny Cow mint ice cream sandwich. So those were the mistakes that I made yesterday. Because of my plate, on Livestrong.com, I'm able to see my daily nutritional breakdown. My fat, calories from fat took up 34.51% of my calories that I ate yesterday came from fat. And that's not good. If you are trying to lose weight, you should keep that definitely below 33. You should aim for 25%, no more than 25. Actually, I try to go no more than 30, but you want to try to stick around 25%. Not only that, I already told you I was over on calories. I was 23 grams over on fat, so it was actually 158% over on fat. And again, this website, for free, tells you everything. All this stuff broken down. My cholesterol was good. My sodium, I had 248% of what kind of sodium I should have had. And then I was kind of over on carbs too, but I don't really worry about carbs. So anyway, that's what I ate yesterday. Those are the mistakes that I made yesterday. So on to today's weigh-in. This morning, I weighed 180.4. So that's a total weight loss of 5 pounds in 13 days. And only a loss of 0.2 pounds from yesterday. But given everything that I just told you, it's still pretty good. I usually, if I overeat, it doesn't show up the next day. Usually it shows up the day after. And then, so it'll probably show up tomorrow. I probably won't lose anything tomorrow, even if I'm really good today. And also, I have my cheat day tomorrow, so that's probably going to show up on Thursday. So I don't see a whole lot of weight loss from here until probably Friday. But we'll see what happens. So that was my weight today. I'm glad to see even the same or less if I overeat. But that's why I weigh myself every day. And I know some people are like, oh, that's not a good thing to do and everything. But for me, it is. Because what people don't understand that have to diet is that you have to become obsessed with what you eat and what you do and your size. You have to, in my opinion, when I do it, because if you're not obsessed and you're not focused on it, then to me you're pretty lackadaisical about it. And if you're lackadaisical about it, then you're not going to actually lose weight. Some people that don't have to focus on it and don't have to be obsessed about it probably aren't fat in the first place because they probably just naturally eat, light or just don't eat that much. So anyway, I like to weigh myself every day. I like to see those little tenths of a pound come off, and it makes me feel good and gives me the motivation to keep me going through the day. So if that's what I need to get down to a healthy weight, then that's what I need to do. So aside from that, what else? I guess just on to today's tip. And today's tip was to try to eat soup. This was something that I thought about yesterday, obviously when I had my soup for lunch. You guys already know I like to eat. Not only do I like things that are fattening, but I also like to eat a lot. Not like crazy amounts. I have a little bit of control, but I do like to eat a lot. And so it is hard for me to get full. And sometimes, even if I'm full, I still eat. And that is a true sign of a food addict, I think. But when I eat soup, like for lunch is when I usually eat soup. And sometimes if I eat soup for dinner, then I eat it with a sandwich, like say maybe a tomato-based vegetable soup with a grilled cheese sandwich on light bread and light cheese with just cooking spray or light margarine. So that keeps it pretty light. But when I eat soup, it fills me up fast. It keeps me satisfied for a little while, and it doesn't give me the feeling right after I eat that I still need to eat more. By the time I'm done eating it, I feel satisfied. And a side note on soup is that usually it's pretty darn good for you, especially the kind of Progresso's or Campbell's Healthy Request soups. Those are like little mini healthy meals in a can, for real. I think the only drawback there is that some of them have a lot of sodium. And if you're going to get something like I got yesterday, it's got a lot of fat in it. And this video looks like it's lagging, and I hope that it doesn't lag when I stop this. So, anyway, those soups have vegetables. They have usually whole grain pasta or some other kind of whole grain in it, or rice, and protein, because it usually has some chicken in it or whatever. So if you haven't tried that, definitely try that. Those are so healthy for you and filling. So that's my tip today. And I also want to today give a shout out to you guys out there that I know are starting to follow me and starting to try to take on some of this advice that I'm giving. And I am just wishing you guys the best of luck. And if you are determined, and if you do as I'm trying to encourage you guys to do, you will lose weight. You just have to keep yourself accountable, and you have to be aware of what you're putting in your mouth. So I know you guys can do it. Please keep watching. Please subscribe if this is your first time viewing. And we can do this together, guys. I am more than happy to answer any questions or any requests that you have. So please just comment and let me know what's up. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!